All right, here we are, the day after Thanksgiving, and I asked 5 other people to watch this podcast with me, and they did not watch it. So now I'm just going to talk about my thoughts here, and I'm gonna hope other people talk with me about it. I was doing my day of Thanksgiving scrolling, and I came across Oprah's page, which I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm just gonna watch whatever Oprah puts out there. But it was an interesting concept about no contact. And I'm like, okay, I watched 2 of the little reels that she had up, and it sound interesting because I kinda see this with some people now in my life and that piece of it. So the concept itself is when a it's usually a child to a parent, but it could be a child to a sibling, a parent to a child, or just anyone in your family that you decide that you no longer wanna have contact with. Like, you completely cut them off cold turkey. You block them on social media, you block them in your phone. You just don't talk to them in any way, shape, or form. And I thought it was a super wild concept, mainly because, okay, like how you just cut off like your family in that sense of it. And these are key relationships. Like, these are people cutting off like their mom, their dad, their siblings, their children. Like, those are soul ties or real close connects right there. So I wanted to see what the concept was about before I formulated my opinion on it. Because I mean, again, it is completely wild to me as an individual to think that someone could just completely cut off your entire family. So we get into the piece here, and I'm gonna go into it, and I'm gonna let you know I went into this thinking like this is something that does not happen in Black families because I mean we go through a lot, but at the end of the day, we still got each other's and that piece of it. And I'm like, this is definitely probably something that's more of an upper class type thing too. Because again, I've never actually seen this with people around me. So the first guest that they had, like they had 3 psychologists on there too, where again, it was an older white male, a older white female, and then it was a younger Black female who were the psychiatrists. And one of the 3, the older white male, had actually gone through this concept with his daughter. And that was an interesting piece of it. And he started off on some, all right, like, yeah, I didn't even know what happened with us. She kind of just disappeared, which we would call ghosting at a certain point. Like, she just completely dropped off. And it was years. I think she went maybe 3 or 4 years without talking to her dad. Again, completely wild concept for me. And he was he was talking about like how angry he was that that happened because again he didn't understand what was going on, why you weren't talking to me, and thought like some taking type stuff was going on and somebody took his kid and all that. And later it got to the point where they got back to when she was ready to allow him in.